happened is Bobi Wine was performing, and then Joseph Chameleon had the hit song at that time. Even Bobi had a mini hit song, but Chameleon's song was really extremely too big. Actually, it's the reason that I came back from Nairobi, because of Mamma Mia. It had become the biggest thing that you can ever think about. I'll tell you the story about Mamma Mia and King of the Jungle later, on another day. So, Bobi Wine is on stage performing. Chameleon comes to the gig. But that same gig, Chameleon had already been paid a lot of money to do adverts for Nile breweries. So Joseph Chameleon went and bought a new car, which is convertible, a small tiny car. And then he came, Joseph Chameleon always had weird plans that only were good for him, not good for his opponent. That's how I learned how to plan. Because somehow, he just went and bought his car for just that one promotion. And then he drove the car to the audience. Now, the stage is this, and the audience is watching. So Chameleon comes with his car and drives it through the audience towards the stage, and it's convertible, and it's Jose Chameleon with the biggest hit song at that time in the most local audience that we had at that time. Do you know what that means? There's no single person on stage or in that audience stayed paying attention to Bobi Wine. The whole gig just went haywire on the big artist who had just arrived. So the guy couldn't continue to sing. They even asked him off stage. So that was now the birth of what they call the battle between Bobi Wine and Chameleon. Now, when Bobi Wine was crying backstage on that day after he left stage, he cried, and then he came to Kamocha. And the only person he could cry his tears on the shoulder was me. He came to the flats where I was living, knocked, told me the whole story and blah, blah, blah. But remember, I was already working with his elder brother, Eddie Away, and I was already recording in that studio of Eddie Away at Count Africa. That's where their home is. So I had gotten a deal 2 weeks prior, and that deal was from a friend of mine called, I've forgotten the name, but he was the owner of a company called Funtula Kutiabula. It was, it was an entertainment promotion company, Funtula Kutiabula. And the office was in Wandegea. So this friend of mine, as we were talking, he said, maybe you can do for me a song. So I said, yeah. So he gave me some little money. I went and paid Eddie Away studio, and we went down and started writing. I was working with that producer of Bobi Wine, what's his name? Tony Hose. So I started to create that with Eddie Away and Tony Hose. So when this situation of the concert between Bobi Wine and Chameleon happened, when Bobi came crying, I told him, no, it's okay, don't cry. Do this. Let me put you on this song, and then we express ourselves. Because since I came back, I helped this guy in Nairobi. He has only disrespected me since I came back. He's trying to show me that he's not. I expected him to have helped me. I helped him a lot in Nairobi. I didn't get the favor back. So I was already angry. So when Bobi came with that anger from that gig, bro, the anger just boiled times 2. And remember, that was ghetto. Of course, both of us were ghetto. Chameleon was ghetto, Bobi and I were ghetto. I know most people will not believe that Bebe has been ghetto. But I can guarantee you, between Bobi Wine and Bebe Cool and Chameleon, I come from the darkest ghetto. Because I grew up with my mom in Kanyanya. You don't want to know what that place looked like. So for me to have driven myself to look like a kid from my father's home with a silver spoon in the mouth, credit to me, man.